All right.
Says live.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Maury, and I'm the president of Women Anglers of Minnesota, and I'm here with Andrea Craig, who is our marketing director. And we are going to talk about the website, which she has fabulously just redesigned, and it's going to work as a website reveal and also kind of a WAM 101 for new members who are wanting to learn about the organization. And I think even some long-term members are going to learn a thing or two as we go through this. So welcome, Andrea.
Thank you, Michelle. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea. I'm responsible for what has recently happened to the website. I'm really hoping that it has become easier for all of you to navigate. We are going to touch on a little bit of that tonight and hopefully answer any questions that you guys have had.
Yeah, we've got a few people watching, so yeah, we'll just jump right in.
Sounds good. I would invite any of you to check out the who we are and our history, these first two tabs on our homepage. Some of you might be surprised to find out that this organization has been around for 45 years.
Yes.
We are the longest standing fishing organization in the nation. That's something that's like pretty cool if you ask me.
I think so too. I think
And there's a few other things here, but I'm not going to touch on all of them. We are going to skip right down here into the corner of the member portal. This is the area that I feel members are probably going to spend most of their time.
Yeah, and so before we get into it, so the website is womenanglersmn.com, and there's a public version, and then if you're a member, you log in the upper right hand corner, and then there's a private version, so that's when you will see the member portal. Is that correct?
You actually can see it all the time. If you are not logged in, it will prompt you to log in.
Okay. Okay.
I know the previous site kind of things either were there or they weren't there, and it wasn't always noticeable. Rather than having things disappear and reappear, I've made it so that you can always see it. If you're not logged in, you will just get a window that pops up that asks you to log in, and then from there you'll be able to access everything that's in the member portal.
Brilliant. See, this is why you are in the marketing position.
I really am just trying to make it easy for everybody.
No, you have.
You have maybe heard our membership directors mention a time or two that you need to get into your profile. You need to update your information. Maybe you have an old credit card on file. You're due for renewal. Getting into your profile. When you are logged into the site, your name is going to be up here in the right-hand corner. I believe it's the same on mobile. This site is best viewed on a PC versus mobile, but it's not impossible to do on mobile. If you go ahead and click on your name in that upper corner, apparently mine doesn't want to now that I'm on screen. Oh, there it goes.
Just a little slow.
Yep. In here, you can edit your information. You can see that I am currently set up for recurring payments. So if I needed to stop them, you can click this button. If you need to actually update your profile, you would click Edit Profile. Our member database is searchable by members. If you have concerns of privacy, what actually gets shared, if you go to the Privacy tab, This is information that you can set up to share or not share, be shared with the public. You have control over what people can see. And popping in here, it's same thing. You hit edit profile and it will let you adjust all of this. And as you can see, I don't let anyone publicly see. I think by default, the public is not allowed to see any information because I've never actually changed this since I signed up 5 years ago. So I know it's questions when you sign up, but if anything changes, you need to tidy something up, pack it away where nobody can see it. This is where you would edit those details. And a little bit later on, you'll get to see an area where this could be a little bit more pertinent to what I'm, information. So we don't do much for email, but you can see that I've agreed to receive all of the emails. There are some other options here that because we don't run a forum, they don't really apply. Okay. We're not using photo albums at this time. You can get in here and see all of the events that you've signed up for, ones that you were currently signed up for.
That's a fun one. I do like that.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to go back and see what you've done.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I really did participate a lot, or ooh, I really need to up my game and join an event.
And maybe for some of our long-standing members, they can go, wow, this is the 10th time I've been to that tournament. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Tell me when it's a good time to bring up the Wild Apricot app.
Oh, now probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. Just in the same vein where you can see what events you're on. The website runs off of Wild Apricot, and there's also an app that you can download called Wild Apricot. It's white icon, and it's got, of course, I just got out of it, orange design, but it's kind of the same thing where you're able to see if I can see your events. You can look for members there, and you can update your profile there. So just know that there's an app called Wild Apricot that you can use.
And it is kind of handy. There is an invoices and payments that really just backs up probably the payments you've made for events, which most of our events are automatically charged. You're not necessarily receiving an invoice that you need to pay later.
Right.
For donations, I do show a donation, and that is because I did gift a membership to someone. Right. So if you need to keep track of that, it does pop up. And that, again, is just clicking your name, and that pulls you into editing all of that fun stuff. And from there, I am going to pop back to the member portal.
Yeah, I think that's one section that people don't really think about. It's not glamorous, but that's important. And if you do move, yeah, I see Stephanie Kelzer is saying update your address there. That helps to just so in case we have to send something out, we like to grab it right there. And we usually double check too, just to make sure. But then we've got events and classes. This is a nice change because I know you're working to get a lot of the events up and in there early, so people can come here and kind of plan their year and look for their favorite events and know when they're coming up.
Yeah, I'm really working hard to make sure that we're getting this information out sooner. I know that we can get pretty caught up in getting all of the details in order because really, we just want to show you all the awesome stuff we're bringing. But we forget that we have to tell you about it. So I'm poking all of the people making events that we have to share it with our members. I did change our calendar to a yearly format. You can at any time go back to a month or a week. This just seems to kind of button it up. These tournament results, I apologize. These are currently under construction. I have not finished them yet, but if you fished in any of these tournaments recently, This is where we will be able to post the results that you can come and look at and share with others because, hey, you're in a tournament and you placed.
Yeah, it's fun to look back. So one of the key things about events is that if it's an event that requires registration, official registration, especially payment, you need to do it through the website to make it official. Um,
Yes.
we also have events, the same event on Facebook. Sometimes that'll come up first to kind of give people a warning. Um, but would you mind bringing that up, Andrea, so we can see how people find those events? You should
Yes.
register on the website and then also follow the event on Facebook because that's where more up to date posts are going to happen. Like, oh, let's say the winter trip's coming up, and there may be a post on this is what things are biting on bowstring right now. I see Linda Condor's up there right now. So it's a more kind of current, up to date form of communication than.
Bump back here quick to get into our Facebook. So if you're on the members only Facebook page and you're wondering about upcoming events, there is a tab here up towards the top underneath the pictures of all of the members, and you can go ahead and click on events. Anything that we've set up, for instance, today's event, will be listed here. Now, it's Facebook's deal. They're only going to show you a few at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is click see more. Not all of these events are ours.
Right.
But they've been shared by members and they end up in here. So even, just another place where we can all come together. We're usually pretty good if it's a WAM event, making that fairly clear. But this is where to find those. Now, like today's event didn't require registration, but by clicking going, you would have gotten a reminder today that this event was coming up. And if you need to, you can add it to your calendar. It's kind of handy.
Yeah, I like those reminders. It's also, if you are doing a member meetup, you can create your own event right here.
Yes. Which we highly encourage our membership to do their own member meetups. Don't wait for us. You might have the perfect lake with the perfect conditions that would be fantastic for getting a group of ladies together. Go for it.
This is the best time of year, I think, to do it with ice fishing. That's an easy way to say I'm meeting at this lake. So we do see that sometimes we see a post where people just say they're meeting. That's great too. A meetup is a little bit more official, a little bit more planned out. But yeah, please utilize that. That helps us reach members throughout the whole state where we may not be able to get to everybody. All right, back to the member portal.
So we did jump in there to Facebook quick. We'll hop into discounts. This, yes, was difficult to find before. Was difficult to access. Sometimes was difficult to understand. If you come into the member portal and you click discounts, it is going to bring you to all of the products and guides and resorts that currently offer a discount to us. Reminder, please do not ever share these outside of the organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that puts it puts the entire group at risk of losing it. And that wouldn't be very fun. So
no, and what's hard is when one person does it, the whole organization gets judged on it. And so we just really have to be conscious of it. The other thing is with some of these big brands like Clam and DSG and Blackfish, if you go into a retailer because you want to try on the sizes and make sure it fits, and then you're going to come back and order directly through Clam to get your discount because you don't get it at the retailer, don't let the retailers know that's what you're doing. That never goes over very well either.
No. This pop-up where it says click here for discount information, depending on your mobile device, that may or may not pop up, but click on any logo and it's going to redirect you. Obviously, this is not the current code. We have to be very careful. So that is a fake one. But most of these pages are going to tell you what the code and discount does apply to, because some of them the discount doesn't apply to every single item that they sell.
Right.
Clam is one where I think it does cover a lot.
Yeah. Some of them won't cover electronics or, things like that. This is, Andrea, you probably do remember this page used to be like maybe an Excel sheet and you had to turn your phone sideways in order to see all of the information. So you've done an unbelievable job with this.
Yep. Each one of these two is going to have the website. It will redirect you right to the retailer. You don't have to leave womenanglersminnesota.com to hop on Google and search clam. We'll get you right in there. Anytime you're using the codes, yes, you can type them, but it really is easiest to just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste it right into that code spot. There's been times where we've had issues with codes not working, and I usually can only come down to something's getting mistyped or it's a combination of capitals and lowercase. It seems when you just copy and paste, you'll have the best luck.
It's better. Yeah. I think at one point there was one that needed like a space after it that was messing people up. But yeah, I think that's the safest bet. One thing when we go back, one thing about Facebook, though, that I do want to mention is a lot of people don't know that we have a private page and then we also have a public page.
Yes.
So it helps. I think you're going to bring up an example of the public page. But it helps if you follow both. The private page, if you're going to be on one, that's by far the most interactive and the place that you can ask a lot of questions. But it does really help us on the public page when we post, if you're able to comment. And so a lot of times we're giving our sponsors recognition there. And so anytime you can comment to help boost these. And when you're posting yourself, to start tagging our sponsors and things like that, and women anglers, that all makes a big difference. And we have an Instagram page, and we also have TikTok for those that are cool enough to be on TikTok.
I'm cool enough to watch TikTok. That's about it.
That's you, I'm sure. Yeah, so that's our social media.
Oh, Pat, I know there's gals watching this that have probably entered in here, the Master Angler program.
Mm-hmm. This is why I did WAM, actually. I saw this program and thought that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was the reason you joined, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was initially looking for a all women's tournament, but I didn't do one until 3 years after being a member, I think. And so I just did the Master Angler program.
Yep. So the beginning it just kind of touches on some of the changes to the rules. This is, the current species and length requirements.
Yeah, and for those who don't know what a Master Angler program is, we award pins for species-specific catches, and they're typically trophy-size fish. And so it's really a cool program. You do submit it online. If you could scroll down a little, Andrea, I think a lot of longtime members, this is kind of fun. We've got the current Master Angler record holders, and if they caught it in Minnesota or the surrounding states, that's one record. If they were further out, there's Gina Hiddle with her. That's going to be a hard one to beat with her big. Oh, there's Elena. She's always she's our river expert. Anyway, so that's pretty fun. But I think there's a lot of awards that are tied to the Master Angler program, and I think that people don't always know about this. So the Angler of the Year is the angler that has the most. We differentiate between core species and then specialty. So it's a combination of that. Rookie of the Year, it's somebody in their first year, and the year runs from April 1st to March 31st, and that coincides with the WAM Slam. So the rookie that has the most Master Angler pins. The specialist, we added that. Those are all the specialty category fish. The WAM necklace, once you get 6 pins, Stephanie sends you a really cool WAM necklace. And then Elite Master Angler, no one's gotten this yet. You have an eternity to get it. So if you joined in 2018, we're still counting for you. If you joined in 1999, we're still counting. But you need all 8 core species and then one of the specialties. So we're still waiting for somebody to hit that. So thank you to Stephanie Kelzer, who runs this program. You probably see her posts on Facebook. Usually they're, I think, every other Monday, but she does a fantastic job running this. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it does touch on the rules at the bottom. And it does list our past award holders. If you are a current award holder, your collage is in here and you can actually click that and see it large. It is not just a tiny little picture on the website.
And there's Amy. Amy Munsinger and Katie Corget were her Anglers of the Year last year. They tied.
And I'm not going to lie, I am jealous of a lot of these fish.
They've got some great fish.
But all of these ladies, no doubt, have put a lot of time into. They're putting in way more time than I'm putting in. So,
yeah, these fish don't just happen.
No.
All right.
As you familiarize yourself with the rules, obviously you don't need to read that. If you're coming in here to submit a fish, you're going to click on the submission form. It does just touch on the rules. Again, it's an exact copy. Partly because the only way we could control access to this form is to have it on a login required page. Okay. Otherwise, the public would have access.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
So that's the only reason for the double clicking. And that's going to bring you into here. And you will answer the questions as such. I don't have a master angler to submit, so I won't be filling this out.
You don't have a master angler to submit yet.
No, I haven't caught any of those in a little bit, so. Back up here a little bit.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Patty, you're welcome. The board certainly all works really hard together, but I'm really proud of all the work we've been doing. So the Whamorama. So this is, we started this last year. So we spent a lot of time, rewarding people in tournaments, and there's a lot of people that don't participate in tournaments. So this was a way to reward people that participate and volunteer, because that means a lot to us, especially when we're planning these things, to have people attend. You get rewarded for that, people that help volunteer. So this year, at 5 points, you're getting a jig box. 10 points, you're getting a winter hat. 20 points, you're getting a mug. It'll look something kind of like these. These were always Logo Store favorites. And then at 30 points, it would be a Logo Store gift card. So there'll be quarterly prize drawings. And we redid the form. So if you did it last year, there's a new form. And we'll bring that up. It's way easier. But you do need to submit kind of relatively close to having participated, because we'll eventually take some of these questions out. But it's real quick, first name, last name. And then, for example, if you had attended the December 28th virtual meeting that we had done, you got 2 points for that if you submit it. If you're doing the Ice Queen, you get 2 points for participating, 5 if you're a judge, and so on and so forth. We had the electronics class. We are going to put this Whamorama, we are going to add a question. If you had watched this session that we're doing right now, you'll get 2 points. But Lori Huberty manages this. She's at the Wild Game. I just thought of it right before, and I guess she's at the Wild Game. So.
What? You mean we do things besides this?
Yeah, sometimes. What? Oh, this is a good one. This is one that I think will help a lot of people.
I know what happens to me. You go to events, you meet so many people that it is impossible to remember everybody's information, but you usually can walk away with at least a name.
Yeah.
Going back to the privacy settings, our membership is searchable by our members. I'm going to touch quick on this map. This map, because most of us have very well protected internet connections, this map isn't as interactive as Google would make it. It's kind of cool to scroll around, but the meat and potatoes is really going to be getting down here to the member directory.
Yeah.
If you've gone to an event and you only remember someone's first name, you can search by first name. If you are looking for someone that targets pike, you can search pike.
That is cool.
Looking for someone to fish with, helps if I spell correctly. Looking for someone to fish with in your region, you can search that as well. Now, if you have set up all of this information on your profile to be private, you aren't actually going to pop up in the member directory. And that's fine. I don't want anyone to share anything that they don't want to share, but that is how this directory searches. It's by the information that we share. And I think you'd be surprised to find how many people might be in your area.
Yeah. And it's kind of twofold. So when we talked about that member profile at the very beginning, now you may want to update your target species or your region, make sure you're up to date. Or like you said, if you don't want anyone to find you, then you should adjust and make your settings private. And I don't think, it goes without saying that this is only to be used to find fishing partners. It's not to be used to solicit or do anything outside of just what we offer with WAM. Pat's saying you can search muskie in Southwest Wisconsin.
I am doing that right now, and this is what populated.
Ah, nice.
So you can see that it actually did pull the Southwest. I just put in SW because that's the only region that has that.
Okay.
But you can see that it's pulling muskie. It's also getting muskie here and then the Southwest Wisconsin region. So it actually does a fairly decent job, and there is currently 1,079 members that allow their information to be seen. So that's a pretty good group of ladies.
Yeah, that's very high. Yeah, so thanks to Pat Houseline, who's our membership director. She got this going a long time ago. I think this just makes it a little bit more user-friendly so people can find each other. And then also thanks to our co-director, membership director, Vicki Herman.
Pop into the logo store. So the logo store is going through a little bit of a change. We're going to be moving to quarterly pre-order. There are a few items that are still in stock, that are still for sale. This part isn't linked to where our current website is hosted, and that's why it has a little bit different look. But I know what the changes that are coming were, I think they're going to be good changes, and we're going to have a lot of really cool stuff to offer.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, thanks to Shanda Gebhardt for managing this. We hope she's not able to attend the ice tournament, but we're going to work to get some of the items that she has in stock down to the ice tournament, because we know the ladies like to buy there.
Yep.
Kids Corner.
So the Kids Corner does not currently link to anything yet. I am working with our youth director, Katera, on this one. But things I can say that will be in there is probably some coloring pages. We'll probably put a lot more information for our youth events in here. They'll still be listed on the event page like anything else, but giving the kiddos a place to check out. The DNR also has some great kid-minded information, links and stuff that we will be linking to. More or less just something to help those guppies really be able to grow in this sport and give them access to information that they might not have elsewhere.
Yeah, we really need to get the kids involved. And this past year, we did lower the guppy membership, or we added a guppy membership from 8 to 11, and then the youth is 12 to 16. So, yeah, we really want to grow that. And then the jerseys, the pro staff jerseys. So the difference, I'm wearing a board jersey. I know people see these sometimes. The board are the only ones that have these, and the reason is our sponsors will change every year. And so we need to change these. We don't want to have members purchase a jersey and then have the sponsors be out of date. So we do have this option. This pattern, I think, looks so good on a jersey.
And it looks so good on all of our ladies.
It does. Oh, absolutely.
It is just a complementing color to everyone. Everyone I know that has it looks great in it. The order form, so the page here kind of touches on the order form. If you click on the order, it is going to redirect you to Gemini Jerseys, who actually prints them, creates them, ships it to you. Their order form is not the greatest in my opinion. It appears like you have to order a jersey to be able to order other items, and that actually isn't the case. You can just order a sweatshirt if you want. I do know with working with a member, because that was a question I didn't know how to answer at first. They did contact them. They got back to them right away and were super easy to work with. So if anything is confusing on here, I wouldn't be afraid to click the contact us and just shoot off a message asking your question. Because really, ultimately, they want you to have this awesome jersey, so they're going to help you out.
Yeah.
Because there's different collar options. I know this one shows logo locations. The only logos that you would be allowed to place on this jersey would be your own. So say you have a embroidery business and you want your logo on your jersey, you could do that. But you can't go and put DSG on there, even though they offer us a discount. That's not an approved use of their logo. So the only logos that can be placed would be personal ones that you own or can show proof that you're allowed to use.
Yeah, good reminder. And ours is so cool and looks so good on the blue.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else.
Yeah. I mean, they're off. I wear it all the time, so.
Yeah, it's a great.
Except tonight.
Color. Yeah. You went with yellow tonight.
Well, work.
All right. So those are the jerseys. And then we've got, you can gift a membership.
And this is something I have done. And it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You're going to fill in this information. And if I remember correctly, the membership directors will kind of get it going from there. So if you gift a membership, it isn't like immediately within seconds, that they have access to everything. There are things that we have to do on the backside to make sure that it is who it's for and all that good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes if you have a friend that you just cannot get to commit, I've done it too with my niece recently. I wanted her to join, and so I got her the membership, and then it doesn't auto-renew for the gifter, just so you know that. The next year they're on their own. So that's good. And then we have, meeting minutes. So I think that, I don't know that most people know that the board meeting minutes are posted here. So if you want to know what we're working on or motions that were voted on, you can take a look right there. And the bylaws and policies are linked also. So.
Yeah, I think sometimes I've heard questions on stuff that comes up. We say we'll work on it and nobody ever hears anything ever again. It isn't that we didn't work on it. It's the resolution is in these minutes. being a volunteer board, there's just really no way for us to bring all of that information all the time to you, the members.
Right.
So this is where to check that out. If you've ever questioned where something went, it's going to be in these meeting minutes. And I'll apologize right now. I can see that since September I haven't uploaded. I'm going to finish that tonight. So the rest of those months will be there in case anyone needs to read them.
Very good. Very good. You are. I also like to remind people we're all volunteers, so sometimes things don't get done right away. And then we have, I think we're going to look at the community give back. Is that next on the list?
Yes, community outreach.
So we're super proud that, we are a nonprofit. We support women and kids in the sport of fishing. We have a ton of partnerships with some larger organizations. We support community events and then a lot of fishing teams. So this shows who we've been supporting. This is this past year. If you are connected to a fishing team or if you're hosting a community event, that donation request form link right in the middle is where you would click. It's a formal process, so it has to be submitted. Again, it's another Google form. So you would submit here, and then it gets approved then.
Pretty straightforward form.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're really proud of that part of our organization. We have budgeted this coming year for $30,000 that we'll be giving away.
Which is huge.
Mm-hmm. If you want to make a donation, you can do that too. So
yes, there's a quick tab. You can hop right in here and pretty easy. So
yeah. Oh, that's nice. And you got our tax ID number there too. So that's perfect.
Yep. If you're ever wondering who helps make some of this happen, these are our sponsors.
Yeah, so we have different levels. So the platinum sponsor is a $5,000 level. So CLAM has been our oldest and largest sponsor. We give them recognition for both clam and blackfish because they're actually over the 5,000 mark. And these, when we go to look for sponsors, some of it is in cash and some of it can be in product. And then our Vice President, Liz Colson, manages these. We've got a lot of gold sponsors. Those are $3,000 level sponsors. DSG, Explorer Alexandria, Lund, Shields, Thorn Brothers. We've got some silver sponsors. Those come in at $1,500. And then we've got bronze sponsors at $750. Rapala is going to bump up this year to the higher level. And then we've got premier in-kind donors. So these are people that donate time or product. JH Signs, that's the company you work for, Andrea. They've done a ton of work for us and donating stickers and products. So we really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's not too hard to twist my boss's arm when it benefits any group that ultimately benefits children too. It isn't just getting women into fishing, it's getting children into fishing. And he's all about giving kids something to do to keep them out of trouble.
Right. Yeah, no, that's great. Oh, somebody said, can you not donate so much and make trips cheaper for us? We do a buy down on each of the trips. We did one for this one to help with the cost of food, the one to Geiger's, and at $50 a night, I don't know if it gets much cheaper than that, but just know that when the trips do get fairly expensive, that we are also doing buy downs on the trips to help make those more affordable. And last but not least,
how to get a hold of us. I would say this is all emails. Being a volunteer board, obviously we're not going to be putting our phone numbers out there. That's just not fair.
Yeah,
I'll say that's not fair.
I will agree.
So email is where it's at. Email is how you're going to get a hold of us. Anyone that we might be working with, they may need our tax
Yeah.
identification, any of this information. It is all listed. If you were working with someone that is looking for it, it is on the contact us page.
Fantastic. Well, bravo, Andrea. You've done so many good things for WAM as far as even all of our flyers and making us look so professional. And this is just one more thing. So can't thank you enough. Hopefully, if you were watching, if you learned something, go ahead and put it in the comments. And thank you for your membership.
Oh. I appreciate doing all of this for all of you ladies. It's just a huge, awesome group of women, and I feel like we deserve this representation. We've earned it.
We've earned it. It does make us look way more professional. And so, yeah, fantastic work. I'm going to sign us off, and coming up next at 7:30, guys, they're going to do the Ice Queen. Liz and Shantae are going to draw for some Ice Queen prizes. So look for that live stream. Have a good night.